Hi, my name is Lucia and I'm here to show you how to make traditional New Mexican tortillas. I have 3 recipes on this card. This is my card that has my 10-year-old handwriting on it. And there's 3 recipes on the card. I'm going to use this one right here because it is the easiest and the simplest. And I gave credit right here to Ramoncita Olguin. I'm not sure who she is, but she gets the credit for this recipe. This recipe calls for 3 cups of flour, there's your 1, 2, there's the 3 cups of flour. To me, this is the easiest because it's 3, 1, 2, 3. 4 ingredients plus your water, that's it. So it's 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons baking powder, I'm going to mix that up real quick before I add the lard. And I use the Morel snow-capped lard, very traditional in New Mexico. It's 3 tablespoons. So this is teaspoon, teaspoon, and tablespoons. I'm not measuring exacts, but it'll still work. Once you have all your ingredients in there, you use any instrument that you have that will actually work the lard into your flour mixture. So mix it until the consistency of the mixture is, you can tell that the lard is fully mixed within the flour mixture. Once you have it mixed like that, the recipe calls for 10 ounces of water. I've never actually measured out 10 ounces of water. I don't know how much that is versus a cup or a half cup or a 1/4 cup. So I just pour water in there until the dough is actually the right consistency that I like. So I start with a little bit. You start getting a dough mixture, and there's still too much flour in there, so I will add more. When your dough gets to about this consistency and you still have some flour left over like that, you clean out your bowl as much as you can and go ahead and start kneading the dough. You may still need just a little bit more water. It goes from a big mess once you start kneading it to a ball of dough. Continue kneading your dough until your dough is slightly sticky but will not stick to your board. You can actually use the dough to pick up all those last pieces on the board that are hanging out. And once you have the dough all together in one ball, knead it for a few minutes until it gets real soft. Once you have kneaded your ball of dough for a while, let it sit for a few minutes while you go heat up your pan that you're going to cook the tortillas in. Once you've let your dough sit for just a few minutes, then you can go ahead and start rolling out your tortillas. So you get, depending on what size tortillas you want, you roll out a ball, roll it into a ball, flatten it out, and you start making lay out all your tortillas like this. Flatten them out just a little bit. Make a small disc. This recipe makes approximately a dozen or so tortillas. You can always double the recipe if you like and make more. And after you've rolled them all out, you grab one at a time You keep it as round as you can. As round as you can all the way around makes you a rounder tortilla in the end. You grab a little bit of flour, put it down on your board. And this is the way my grandma taught us to roll them, so that they do come out as round as possible. Once forward, once backward, once forward. You grab it and do a fourth turn on the opposite side. Backward and forward. Backward and forward. Backward and forward. Whoops, I ripped that one. Backward and forward. And until you get the tortilla as thick or as thin as you like. This is about the size that I like them. They're, I don't know, 1/8 inch or less. And then this tortilla is ready for your pan. So now you get your tortilla. You have a nice hot plate. In New Mexico, this plate is called a comal. It's very often used to make tortillas. It's actually a cast iron pan, very flat. And it's very hot. So you put your tortilla in there. And you'll slowly but surely see bubbles start to rise in the tortilla. So here's your finished tortilla. After you cook it on one side, you always flip it to the other side. Cook it on both sides till they both get a little bit brown. And there you are. You're now ready to add tortillas to your favorite Thanksgiving dinner. They're a great addition with your beans and red chili, your pozole, your green chili stew. And my favorite way is to eat them loaded with butter, or a lot of people like them with honey. Thank you so much and have a great Thanksgiving.